Okay, so Alice Isn't All There is back.
That's right. It's back again, bigger, better, sillier.
Second showing in Ogdensburg for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Any changes in this show from the first time it was in
Oh my
Ogdensburg?
gosh, yes. Before there were scripts held, we were stationary on stage for the most part. We had good costumes and great sets, but this is a full production.
Okay.
Double the cast, 20 plus people in the show.
Okay.
And then there's full-scale production numbers. We created an additional 3 songs. So now our Cheshire Cat sings a song called Grin. And then our Rabbit also sings a song, I'm Late. Go figure. The Rabbit.
Now,
Right.
these are shows that are written by Brasilia R. Creep, which is you.
Yeah, that's my nom de plume. Yeah.
Now,
And they're all original.
what's the inspiration? I mean, how do you come up with these concepts of these shows?
Well, I got to be honest. It just comes from years and years and years of being in musical theater and sort of really enjoying the whole process of what how creative that medium is, and I just get inspired. I love the old classics. I love the fairy tales, the folklore and legend, and so those are fun to adapt because people have an idea of what they are. They have an idea what they are already. So you say Alice in Wonderland, and they go, "Oh yeah, I know that story. I know the rabbit. I know Alice, and da." And so it makes it easy because then you take that story and then you go crazy with it. You can do whatever you want to it as long as it's sort of on the fabric. It has some remnants of what was the original for them. You got to keep the iconic characters.
Now, when you come up with the whole show, do you run through it yourself to see kind of how long it's going to be and then cut it from there? How do you work that?
I've done so many of them. I think this is I've probably written over almost 24 musicals. So after a while, you sort of just have an idea. I would imagine it's like a novelist or, short story writer. You sort of have an idea, you know what 600,000 words feels like.
Right.
And you just sort of know. So I sort of know when it's going to run about 90 minutes, which is, I don't like to do intermissions.
Right.
Because then you gotta gear them all up again.
Yeah.
So the idea is to keep them there for the 90 minutes. That's about what they sit and watch a film. And they don't have to usually get up and go to the bathroom or eat or something like that. So 90 minutes, that's what it is. And it's I always fast paced and always beginning, middle, and end. And you always want to punch it at the beginning, punch it in the middle, and punch it at the end,
Now, you're not from here originally. And
No.
I've noticed you've been out taking a lot of pictures
Oh, I love
of
this
the
place.
area. What do you love about this area?
Well, I love the architecture. I love the how old everything is. You have a place that was basically 1700s.
Yeah.
It was started to colonize here and so forth, and and so you have some of that architecture still around. It may be sided, but what reveals it are the barns, some of the outbuildings, attached. A lot of people, will refurbish their homes and so forth, and you won't get to see what it looked like originally. But there's just so much history. Plus, it was a little Chicago.
Right.
You had the gangsters here bringing in the rum and and so forth from Canada, and you had up and down Ford Street here and so forth. Used to have dance halls and brothels, and it was called Little Chicago for a reason. It was quite the town. So it has that history, and then it has the Indian. What is it? I'm not a historian. French Indian War and
War of 1812.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So all that's still around in places, tucked in nooks and crannies all over the place. So it's fun to take photos.
And you also try to incorporate some of that into your shows as well.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. That's the fun part. This Alice is being told by the Bells and Weasels Circus, which is a European circus that comes to Odgensburg,
Right.
sets up tent, on the shore, is it a shore? On the banks of the St. Lawrence River, and the Osawagatchie, and then open their tent and invite an audience in and tell them the story of Alice in Wonderland.
Right.
So there's local references. We certainly love to make fun of the Canadians. It's a cheap laugh, but we love the Canadians. We really do, and we want them to come see the show. But there's always a joke. We do. There's always 3 things you will see in the show. There'll always be a joke about Canada. Let's see what else. There'll always be a flagellant humor to the dismay of some and to the joyous tribulation of others. What fart jokes, folks. But just one, and then let's see what else do we always have. We always bring somebody up on stage.
Okay.
We always go out and make the audience one of the players. In this particular instance, we actually go and choose our Alice from the audience.
Oh, okay. So different twist on what we've done before and may have seen before as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We go out in the audience and we pick our Alice, and then this new Alice gets to go through Wonderland haunted by the original Victorian Alice.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
It all kicks off this weekend?
This weekend, that's right. Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock at St. John's Conservatory Theater, which is really the parish house, which is behind the big church that's on Caroline Street. So on the corner of Knox and Franklin, you will find us. And we're on the second floor, air conditioned, if anyone's worried. We also accessible. We have a lift chair that'll take you right there if you so desire and need that. And it's a nice, comfortable 100+ seat theater. And, so that's, and I think what's unique about it, we're not children's theater. And I think some people do because we have a lot of children in the cast. But we're regional theater. We do all original musicals. Only regional theater in the country to do that, by the way. And then we do employ, young adults that want to learn the craft of acting in these casts, but they work with mature adults that are professional. So we put on a professional show, and then all the music. In this case, it's the musical director is Angela Cazzoni Dwyer, plus a magnificent actress in her own right, is arranged, and then it's orchestrated in his studio is the Academy. Ogdensburg Free Academy student, Ryan C. McNally. And he actually orchestrates all the music, in a studio. And then we sing to it karaoke style. So it's as if we have a full orchestra. Okay. And then the costumes are done by Karen Fishbeck. And what's interesting, this time we went to Prague to have them build all the costumes.
Wow.
It was less expensive, but also they're better craftsmen. They've been doing it for a while. They have a huge theatrical scene there, and then with the Barendorf Studios, they do a lot of movies. So especially Milos Forman's Amadeus and so forth. They're in his studios. They do a lot of Victorian fare and so forth. So they know how to build costumes. So they built all our costumes for the Alices, for Belvedere Brumpleton, who's the head ringmaster, for Mr. and Mrs. Zizzlebot. So you have circus clowns telling the story of Alice in Wonderland. So it's a play within a play, so to speak.
Kicks off this weekend, brownpapertickets.com.
That's it.
To get
That's
tickets, or just come.
Come, you can, at the door. It's $15 at the door, $10 in advance. But the good news for folks that are a little tight, it's a suggested donation. So you pay what you can.
Okay.
But remember, you are supporting a not-for-profit theater, and we do 4 shows per season, winter, spring, summer, fall. The next show is Twist, which is our version of Oliver Twist.
Okay.
Full musical. That'll be a world premiere. And then Matchsticks, which is in December, which is the musical version of The Little Match Girl.
Okay.
Again, all original musical. So there it is.
All right. Thanks for coming in
today.
Hey,
always fun. Always fun.